This is Anas Al-Ghaid explaining the Lady of Shalott poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So in the name of Allah, I start explaining this poem. While explaining this poem, I will divide it into 4 videos because it's already 4 parts. So each part will be 1 video. I will try to make it easier for students to understand it thoroughly. So yeah, and I will also try to summarize the poem before I start reading it. So the plot of this poem is that, it's about a girl. This girl is living in a castle, in a huge castle in the island of Shalott, and this girl cannot go out because she has a curse on her if she looks at Camelot. Okay, so she is okay, she doesn't care about that, but one day she sees some lovers coming out and they are experiencing love, so she becomes jealous and she wants also to feel the life. So, and then the next day, or after a couple of times, she sees a knight, a very handsome knight, and she cannot bear it. But she goes out and she looks at this handsome knight. So after she looked at this handsome knight, the curse started to come upon her, and now she is cursed. So she goes out of her castle and she finds a willow tree, and under the willow tree there is a boat, and so she take the boat. She get inside this boat and she let the river takes her into Camelot, or towards Camelot. So, and before she arrived there, she dies. Her blood freezes in her body while she is singing. Okay, so she dies. Then people find her. Then the knight, whom for his sake she died, he also sees her and he says, wow, she's a blessed girl. Just this. So now I'll start reading and explaining the poem. It's a very interesting poem, and the rhyme is just you feel pleasure when you read. On either side the river lie long fields of barley and of rye that clothe the world and meet the sky, and through the field the road runs by to many-towered Camelot, and up and down the people go, gazing where the lilies blow. Round an island they blow, the island of Shalott. So here at the very beginning we have a description of the beauty of the island of Shalott, which is the setting where the story of the poem takes place. You see, he's saying that there's barley fields and there's a road, and all these roads takes toward Camelot. Okay, and since that this poem was written in the Victorian age, okay, and it has some Arthurian hints, I think, but it was written in the Victorian age. And again, when you read a poem written in a Victorian age, and when there is a girl in this poem, just remember the Victorian age and how awful this Victorian age was for women. I mean, for European women, okay, for the European women, not for women in all the world. So it was really a tough time for them to live in the Victorian age, so that it was really hard sometimes for a woman to marry, and women were cheated on. They were treated so badly in the Victorian age. So, and try also to read between the lines, because tower, the word tower in literature, sometimes it means it means penis. Sorry to say that, but sometimes we can understand it as this. So all things is going toward Camelot. All, maybe women or all girls dream of getting married, okay, and having a husband, but sometimes they can't, and sometimes just they lose their lives, or they lose purity, but they don't get married at last. So this is an idea you can keep in mind. So let's continue reading. Willows within aspens quiver, little breezes dusk and shiver through the wave that runs forever by the island in the river, flowing down to Camelot. 4 grey walls and 4 great towers overlook a space of flowers, and the silent isle embowers the Lady of Shalott. So here we also have a describing of the tower or the castle in which lives the Lady of Shalott and the surrounding of nature. So there's a castle she is living in, and around this castle there's a beautiful natural places. There's barley, there's flowers, there's beautiful breezes, okay, and island. Everything is just nice. And we have the willows. There is also the words that I have written in red, like tower. I said it might signifies penis, okay. And willows, if you read, I don't remember exactly what book for Shakespeare or what play, but a willow tree sometimes signifies or represents the death of a woman or the death of girl in literature. So again, keep in mind that willow tree may mean death of a lady, okay. So we have a willow tree, and at the end of this poem we will discover that the Lady of Shalott is going to die. Of course, the Lady of Shalott is not her name, okay, but they are just calling her the Lady of Shalott, and she also is called the Lady of Shalott, okay. So yeah, let's continue reading here. By the margin, willow veiled, slide heavy barges trailed by slow horses, and unhailed the scallop flutter silken sailed, skimming down to Camelot. But who hath seen her wave her hand, or at the casement seen her stand, or is she known in all the land, the Lady of Shalott? So nobody had ever seen her, and people do not know whether she is real or not. So people, it's like they don't care about her as a Victorian woman, okay. They just hear a beautiful sound, a beautiful singing, and they enjoy listening to this singing and to this voice while going to the harvest of the barley or of wheat, anything, okay, to their fields. So when they just hear her sound, and they know that's a beautiful sound, but they don't care even if there is a captive girl inside this castle, okay. So only reapers reaping early in among the bearded barley hear a song that echoes cheerily from the river, whiting clearly down to towered Camelot. And by the moon the reaper weary, piling sheaves in upland airy, listening, whispering, "'Tis the fairy Lady of Shalott." So they hear her voice, as I said, however they don't know her, or they don't see her. And as we will see in the next video how what's the Lady of Shalott doing inside this castle alone, okay, how she can live in this castle without looking at the world. So at the very beginning in this part, the first part, we knew that the place of the poem in an island and a beautiful place, okay, natural surroundings, beautiful things, okay. and we knew that there's a girl inside the castle. She is singing a beautiful song. Her song is just like hymns, but no one know whether she is real or not. So see you in the second video. Goodbye.